Hello, everyone. I'm Jesus, and welcome to the next episode of the Road to Old School MTG. So, I want to take this episode to kind of recap a couple of things, previous things that I haven't discussed before, some cards that I've gotten that I didn't mention from before, and then I do have a couple of new packages here as well to open up. And over here, I want to discuss something new that I've been starting recently, Tattoo 40. So I'll discuss that again because I've mentioned it before, but now I'm actually playing this format. So first of all, I want to go over just some cards that I've gotten from just recently. So these three are Crusades, right? So these are actually banned cards. I got them off of the Facebook Marketplace for old school cards. I believe they came up to like around $5 each. I believe these are 4th edition, maybe. But I already had one, and then I want to have the option of doing a mono white weenie deck, or just a mono white deck, and I wanted to have a playset of Crusades, right? But since I'm not all that too serious about it, I didn't want to spend too much on these Crusades because the prices have jumped a bit since they got banned. Anytime a card gets banned, interest for it goes up, because people start speculating on it. So I've been waiting until I saw a decent listing for a decent price. So I did see one, and it came around like 5, 6, something like that, but not a few dollars each. So now I have my playset here. This is a fork, and actually I won this in one of the recent tournaments. So this is a second place prize card. So I think 3 or 4 tournaments in a row I've gotten second place. But at least I get something out of it most of the time. And actually here should be 3 more forks. So fork is just a card I've been wanting to get, but they're a bit on the expensive side. At least for me, because I'm not too serious about it. I just wanted to have the option. I don't necessarily have any concrete ideas for them, similar to the Crusades, right? So I just wanted to have them, but I kind of needed something to push me, right? And then since I won this one, I figured, all right, so I got one light play condition, or maybe MP condition. So now let me just get the other 3. So that was the push I needed. So these are cards here that I've gotten that I haven't made a previous video on. So I'm just going over any prior things, just looking through my things now. Okay, so and I guess I'll take this time now to go over this over here. So this is Tattoo 40. The way this works is, right, so whenever there are tournaments, we donate a card. That's the old school tradition. People sign it. So in our play group in Dave's Time Warp in Cedar Grove, New Jersey, right, so we have stamped over there. So sometimes the cards get stamped as well. But then the point of the Tattoo 40 is, since these are inked, quote unquote inked, so they look like they have tattoos on them, right? So only cards that are you've gotten from these type of tournaments, right, where they're inked, they're they are written on or stamped on, cards that you gotten from participating in a tournament. Only those cards are allowed for you to have to create a 40 card deck, not counting basic lands, right? So basic lands, you can have them without them being tattooed. But so this is what I have here. So these cards here are just some that are extra, right? Initially, I literally had all the cards that I ever had, and I put them in the deck. But now I have a few extra, and now I can be a little bit more selective, but still not enough, right? So still looking to get some more cards, make the deck a bit stronger. So just going through it real quick and kind of like going down memory lane of where I got certain cards, if I can remember. Some are very obvious. This one, was from the LobsterCon earlier this year. So they gave a Fountain of Youth. So actually, this card is pretty good in Tattoo 40. So this is right has the stamp. This is from our Dave's Time Warp group. Jim Daytone, same thing. Black Vice. So these are basic lands, but this is from this is a kind of a altered card, and since I just wanted for to match more the theme of all the cards being tattooed, I decided to use this land. So I have a few of these that were given out during the Dave's Time Warps, some other special tournaments. Maybe there's a tournament actually today, which I'm going to a bit later today. Hopefully, I can get some more lands. Triskelion. This is just from the Dave's Time Warp. I think that's before we had the stamp. I believe this is. I'm not sure where this is from. I don't think it's from Dave's Time Warp. It's some other event. Maybe this was from. So I've been to other John Con. I've been to some other things. Okay, also from LobsterCon. So the first one was from the X Points. There was an X Points tournament, the Fountain of Youth, and then there was also the official old school tournament, and this is the participation card for that one. A Sage of Latinam. So some basic lands. So this is another Dave's Time Warp card. Fire Elemental Unlimited. Same thing. I think this is an Alpha Giant Spider. I got from Dave's Time Warp. That was before we had the stamps. Basic land, same thing. Another basic land, but it was altered for a special tournament. Same thing here. So they kind of pop out a bit more. So I'm trying to get some more of these. I might make my own, I guess. But I prefer to, if I get them, only from these type of events, right? Because that's the point of Tattoo 40. You can only use cards that you personally got from these type of special events. You're not allowed to trade, right? Because then you didn't get them from a tournament. Power Stone, also from Time Warp. Most of these are from Time Warp because this is my local play group, and we have weekly meetups, and sometimes it's enough to get a tournament going, and then I always have prize cards ready to donate. Darlor, Goblins of the Floor, Ball Lightning, Gold Border, Maze of F. So this was actually a prize from second place prize for one of the Dave's Time Warp tournaments. But then I asked for it to be stamped because so now it qualifies for Tattoo 40, and it was I got it during the tournament, so that's that one. Because I already have 4 anyway, so figured this one can be used for this, or just to have extra. The basic land that's been altered. Power Stone. I think I already have one, right? This is my second Power Stone. Let's see. Yep. So I had 2. So this one's from Antiquities. Festival. A Unlimited Black Knight. A beat up Soul Ring. From John Con. Scavenger Folk. It has a little pretzel icon. Sarah Angel. Same thing. This was, I believe, second place prize card or something like that, right? But from Dave's Time Warp, Mind Twist. This is from a recent Stream of Life event. SOL, Stream of Life. The Stream of Life card. Basic lands, Spell Blast. Seems beta. Spell Blast, pretty cool. Headless Horseman from also, this was the Spooktacular event from Dave's Time Warp. Ooh, I need a basic forest here too, because I ran out of basic lands here. And then one more basic mountain. So hopefully I get a couple more cards today and keep updating that. All right, so now let's get into these cards. So there should be 3 forks plus 1 special card here. Let me share the listings where I got these from. So 3 forks, one of them for $15, and all these heavy plate. $15.20, another for $13.67 heavy plate, another one for $14.40 heavy plate, right? So the one I want is, I guess, moderate play. I'm not sure. Let's see. Let me see the back. Yeah, the back looked good. The front looks a bit more beat up. I guess, yeah, this is moderate play. Going off the back, that's light play, but the front is moderate play. So moderate play all around. So that would have been more closer to like 17, 18. So these I got for between $14 and $15, basically, the other three. So basically like $50 was for these 3 cards. All right, so let's start opening. First one, some of these, I'm not sure which particular seller it was. So we'll see. I guess it doesn't matter too much, unless it's a very a listing that was way off from what was advertised. So plain white envelope, no padding, just the receipt here used as padding. And then the card in one of these light. I don't like these, honestly. I think it should not come in these. It's way too flimsy. It's already bent. So here you can already see a lot of wear and tear, but you know, that's normal. That's okay. So this was the very first one we saw, $15.20 from GameStar. Right, heavy play condition. Let's do. And then did it say GameStar in the front? It said game time. But based off the price, that's what I can tell is that. All right, so it's been taped here, and then with a little page paper. So that's good. It helps with the opening it up. And then there was no inner sleeve. It was just like this. See, this is extremely flimsy. Honestly, that's barely any protection. And then it had no inner sleeve inside. Not happy with the way it was shipped, honestly. I've gotten cars that were way cheaper and way better shipping methods. This, yeah, all right. Heavy play. Considering it's heavy play, that's why I don't mind too much that, you know, it wasn't shipped in the best way. Yeah. It's already a crappy card anyway, you know, condition wise. All right, next one. So same thing, I'm not too sure based off the envelope where it's from. Okay, so same thing, another one of those loose ones. What does this one say? I want to see if it says the same thing. Oh no, that's a different one. Oh, this one is horrible. This is same thing. A flimsy thing. Flimsy envelope. This one doesn't even have any receipt in it. And then I don't know if I would just check this out. Got a little curl there. Got a big dent right there. Let's see. It's weird. Like you can see the crease, but I can't feel it. Oh no, I can feel it. I can feel it. Honestly, this is damaged. Hopefully the other one has a receipt, some kind of receipt, so I can tell them apart. But this is the one where it came from. Hartford, Connecticut. So let's see if I can tell which specific one this one is. I think this is damaged. Yeah. It's a really big crease. That's not heavy plane anymore. That's damaged. All right. For the front, it's just dirty and old. but you can't really see the crease, or at least, well, I guess you can a little. All right. So a bit disappointing. Next one. Okay, same thing, but this is a bigger envelope. Okay, it does have a receipt, at least now I know this one to compare to the next one, so then I can know which specific seller this one was. All right, over here, there's a receipt. And then they tape the receipt up tightly, put another page inside with another one of those. Man, what's up with, oh no, whoops. I was about to say, no, this one is a proper um plastic case thing. The name escapes me at the moment. What are these called again? But yeah, this is actually came in an actual tough case, and then inside it has a little penny sleeve inside. It just came off, but I can see the penny sleeve inside, so good. And then this one, look at the condition in between this and this. It's just, this is a heavy plate card. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, you see. Oh, this one also has a bit of a crease, honestly, right at the edge. Yeah, I was about to sing their praises, but spoke too soon. Or am I mistaken? It's something that's obviously bent, even if it's a little bent, but it's obviously bent. But otherwise, everything else, matches the condition of the card. Will you still consider it damaged? To me, this is damaged. There's a very clear bend. Well, actually, two right there and then right there. And I do feel it. It is lifting up. This one looks, the sides are decently clean, and there's not a lot of part marks or scratches. So the condition of the card itself. On the back, you can see more wear and tear, right? So that's to be expected. So from the back is more heavy play. From the front, I would say moderate play, if it wasn't for that crease. But at the very minimum, at least it's like a bit of it. This one is just flat out right in the middle. All right, so, and it's very easy to tell one condition over another. This is, yeah, and then this is the third one. The very first one I got, 1520, the most expensive one. And then this is the one that had no crease or anything, right? So I guess that's to be expected. Okay, this is, okay, so this one over here, the third one, this is from, let's see. Japan Magic, that's what it says here. Oh yeah, so this third one is the $13.67. 67 cents, that's the cheapest one, I believe. And then this one that's beat to hell, Mark's Card Shop, $14.40. We're talking pennies here, right? Difference, right? So I'm just saying, if you send something that's, that's bad, just mark it as damage. People will still buy it. I was considering buying some damaged ones, but then that will cost a little cheaper, right? But I've bought damage before. It just it irks me that you don't get what you pay for, even if it's just a few pennies difference. This is heavy played. these two are damaged. This one to a far lesser degree, and so this one is still within reason. I would say, okay, I will let this go. This one is like straight up way too much. Or maybe I'm wrong. Maybe my gauge of what condition are and what they should be graded as is wrong. To me, yeah, bends are damaged automatically. Technically, if you like it has any ink or anything, any written things, that's also damaged. But us as buyers, we can make that distinction between something that's damaged because the card is actually physically damaged, or damaged as in it's been written on, and right. So this would be considered damaged because it's been written on. Right, but the card is perfectly fine. Right, just as an example. All right, but I have no like I said, I just wanted to place it. This one really pops out a bit more than the other two. Almost maybe makes me think it's oh, it's real, but just makes me think it's unlimited, but it's not. All right. So one card as advertised, one semi as advertised, one way worse than stated. So this is, but not. I'm not gonna complain, like to the point that I'm gonna make a complaint or anything. I've done that before. Like I said, I don't really care about forks too much. I just wanted to place it at a decent price. I got them at a decent price, and I think I can buff this out a bit to make it a bit more appealing to the eye. But the main thing is, I think once it's in the sleeve, it'll be fine. It'll look fine. All right, finally, this one here. This is a Italian, I believe, falling star. So when I got this card here, this was the second place. If I had won the tournament, I would have gotten a falling star. I ordered this up, we already knew what was first and second place. So I said, you know what, I got this. And I've been wanting falling stars forever. But then, the English one, I didn't want to spend that much money for like English ones, because red is the color I use the least by far. So I was thinking, you know what, I have a high chance I think I'm gonna win that falling star. So let me start getting my three playset going, right? Because I don't want to have a full playset of 4, especially consider the price. When I envision me using them, I envision me having 2, 3 tops. So I ordered one. I didn't win it, the tournament. I got a fork instead, so I got the playset for that one. That one I do envision me potentially using all 4. But this is my first falling star. So let me show you the listing. So I got it off eBay. MTG falling star, Italian near mint, $50. Toy Wiz. So this is a reputable seller. I bought this a while ago. I've had this for over a week, but I wanted to get these other cards in so I could just make one big video, or at least a bigger video. Right, so Bubble Mailer, that's good, right? Because this card is definitely, this one card is worth these 3. And not just the paper, but it does have this case. It's been taped, which I don't like, but that looks near mint from this angle. Put a little tape here, but then it kind of makes it hard to take up. Yeah. So honestly, whenever I do appreciate this. It is a good idea to seal it from the top. But I think I appreciate more if it was some kind of a pull tab, which I've seen other sellers do. Because then you can potentially damage it just from you trying to retrieve it from the casing. All right, let's see. All right. And then, you manhandling the case and everything, that could definitely warp the card inside. All right. There's a little nick at the bottom here, but that could just be just the way it came out. I won't hold it against it. Like tiny little nick right there. But I'm just being nitpicky. The card itself, oof, Stella Cadente. Yep. Near mint, $50. So 2 more to go. I've been already practicing my falling star technique for flipping. So using this as an example. And so if you got 3 creatures, so the way falling star works is a sorcery. It does 3 damage to any creatures so it flips like a chaos sword. It does 3 damage and taps any creature where this lands on. So in Atlantic, there's no limit to how many targets you can do with it. I've heard like 7 is the max, but like in other formats, like X points or like 7 point, I think is a 2 target max. So depending on the format, you can get more or less use out of it. Boom, 3. If I had a card here, 4. If I had a card here, 5. And then this one would have been spared, right? So I've been practicing. If I can get 6 here, yeah, I would have gotten all 6. 2 here, this one I'm barely getting, and it would have reached that one. So I would have gotten all 6 for this one. So I've been kind of practicing that in anticipation of me finally getting falling stars. So this is my first one. I envision 2 more, maybe 3. I mean, yeah, maybe 3 more, the full playset. But this is definitely very niche. You can only target creatures, right? So it's not like a lightning bolt or a chain lightning. But it does potentially have it has the potential to wipe the board if you're playing against a weenie deck. Plus, since it taps the targets, even if you don't kill something, you can tap it before your attacks and then attack. And then it's very easy to splash in case you're doing another color. So I wanted to add red to my mono black deck because sometimes I stall out and then there's a stalemate between both sides, especially if I'm faring against another weenie type deck, especially like green weenie. So there'll be a stalemate. I don't want an earthquake because that could affect both of us. So this one card could potentially wipe the entire board, and then that even if certain creatures are not killed by it, it'll tap them out, and then that clears the way for me to attack. I've had this played on me a few times as well, right? So I know the effectiveness from the other side, but now I'm pretty excited for me to do it for myself. All right, so that's a nice final recap. I believe should be for December. There's a tournament I'm going to do today, which hopefully I can record all the matches for. This one is a special mid-December tournament. It's a special event, but also in days time warp. So I should be adding 1 or 2 more cards from that to my pool of Tattoo 40 deck cards for my deck here. And then yeah, other than that, then just some weekly magics. I have totally neglected online play because I've been getting my fix from in person nowadays. But I do intend to join the Winter Derby that's coming up. Right, that's a very competitive tournament. Plus, I have 2 weeks off from my job now. Um, before things kick up again, so hopefully I can get in the majority of the games during that time. Right, so that's where I'm at right now, in the middle of December. I don't anticipate any big purchases before then, but I'll make another video in case. But for the most part, you should be seeing just some tournament videos until the close of the year. Thank you guys for watching.